country who will now be eligible to vote in the forthcoming elections. We have Ananya Akansha, Abhishek Singh Negi, Ritu, Anurag Jagwan, Meenakshi and Sunil Kumar receiving their elector photo identity cards and voters' guide. Quick picture with the President of India and other dignitaries, and you can move.
माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी का हम आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। और अब मुख्य निर्वाचन आयुक्त डॉक्टर नसीम जैदी से हम अनुरोध करते हैं, कृपया सभी को संबोधित करें।
Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, my fellow Commissioner, Shri Jyoti and Shri Rawat, leaders of political parties, former CCs, distinguished guests, Honorable Chief Election Commissioners and Commissioners from different electoral management bodies, Excellencies, young voters of NCT Delhi, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged and honored to stand before this distinguished gathering on the occasion of 6th National Voter Day. We are privileged to have Honorable President as the chief guest, who has always been supportive of various initiatives of ECI to conduct free and fair elections in the country, and in particular, documentation of interesting facets of election since 1952 for current and future generations. We are extremely thankful to you, sir. Today is the founding day of ECI, a precious institution established on 25th January 1950, just a day before our country became a constitutional republic. NVD is dedicated to the empowerment of every adult Indian voter. NVD celebrations mark renewal of our commitment to this cause, sir. I am very happy to inform the gathering that 1.8 crores or 18 million new voters have been registered in our electoral rolls as on 1st January this year and ahead of NVD. With this addition, the total number of voters in the country has touched about 85 crores or 850 million mark, which is equal to population of some continents on a standalone basis or in combination. Enrollment of 18 to 19 years age group has always been a matter of concern for the Commission. Commission is pleased to inform that more than 50% of total voters of this age group have now been enrolled, which is a remarkable progress compared with earlier 10 to 15% few years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be happy to know that initially the idea of NVD came from an ordinary voter named Captain Suhas Chand in a meeting of civil society in Bhubaneswar in 2010. The then Commission gave the idea the shape of NVD. Since then, NVD has been nurtured by successive commissions. Several new dimensions such as organization of Voters Festival ahead of NVD has now been added from this year. It is heartening to learn that NVD is being emulated by many countries. Such is the power of an ordinary voter. NVD celebrations are taking place simultaneously in over 7 lakhs locations in the country. Each of 1.8 crores newly enrolled voter is taking the pledge, receiving photo ID cards with a booklet for the first time, highlighting his or her rights and obligations. It is an unparalleled operation of its own kind anywhere in the world, and we are very proud of it. Today, Commission recognizes the services of millions of polling personnel, including police forces, men and women, who have not only conducted elections in a free and fair manner, but also converted the process into a global gold standard, overcoming formidable challenges thrown by both geography and demography of a mammoth size. Commission has great pleasure in documenting human stories of voters and functionaries who have worked behind the scene and are our unsung heroes. Inspiration of this documentation, sir, which I just presented to you, has come from you, and many more such documentations are in the pipeline. I would like to congratulate ECI team, Umesh Sinha, and Anita Karwal, our Chief Electoral Officer and Publication Division of INB. Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion of NVD, citizens of this country and all political parties deserve our special gratitude for reposing total trust and confidence in the Commission. We in the Commission have always strived hard to enhance this confidence by our sheer neutrality, fairness, transparency, and professionalism in election management. The year of 2015 saw some significant initiatives in line with the Commission's current and vibrant new vision. A national voter service portal has been launched to provide 6 voter-centric electronic services to voters. The portal receives 50,000 hits per day on an average during non-election time and 1.75 lakhs hit during election time. A national drive to purify and authenticate electoral rolls was completed very successfully. Commission has introduced photographs of candidates on electronic voting machines to avoid the confusion of namesake candidates in the minds of voters. A new symbol of none of the above options or nota has been introduced. Commission has recommended legislation on electronic postal ballot option for overseas electors. Construction of iconic building for India International Institute of Democracy and Election Management commences today at the cost of rupees 121 crores to train millions of training personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commission congratulates young voters who have become members of our most prestigious electoral registry and all award winners for their outstanding contribution in the election management. Sir, Commission has launched 2 important themes in the year 2016. First, inclusive and qualitative participation, and second, no voter to be left behind. And we will continue to strengthen electoral democracy with fresh resolve on the occasion of NVD. With these words, I thank you for your patient hearing. Jai Hind.
May I now request the Honourable President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, to please address the august gathering.
Good morning. Dr. Nasim Jaidi, Chief Election Commissioner of India, Sri Atul Kumar Jyoti, Election Commissioner, Om Prakash Rawat, Election Commissioner, Sri Umesh Sinha, Deputy Election Commissioner, distinguished former Chief Election Commissioners, guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a privilege for me to be present amidst you on this occasion and to share some of my views with this distinguished audience on the occasion of the National Voters' Day. At the outset, I would like to compliment the Election Commission for successfully celebrating National Voters' Day every year since its inception in 2011, with the aim of increasing enrollment of voters and making universal adult suffrage a complete reality. The National Voters' Day signifies a mutual obligation. It is indeed the duty of the Election Commission of India to ensure that the eligible voters are included on the rolls. It is an onerous and continuous task, but it is equally the responsibility of citizens to enroll themselves as voters. Voters' participation in the electoral process is integral to the successful running of any democracy. The level of voters' participation reflects the people's level of confidence and trust on democracy. Today is also the 67th Foundation Day of the Election Commission of India. On this day, this constitutional body was created on January 25, 1950, just a day before the celebration of the first Republic. I feel it is a significant metaphor indicating that we received the democratic republican constitution with the mandate of the people. Chief Election Commission and its colleagues are responsible for ensuring that mandate of the people. I am informed that the Matadata Mahotsav, which was held recently in New Delhi ahead of the National Voters' Day, received tremendous response from the people. I am also told that the event hosted a national exhibition displaying the best practices on various aspects of election management, besides a range of interactive activities. I applaud the commissions for this new initiative of celebrating the voter with Matadata Mahotsav. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, elections are a festival of democracy. They are not merely gigantic administrative exercise. I am happy to learn that the Election Commission is using innovative ways to reach out to the people, particularly our youth. Though the rise of the social media and internet has raised awareness in our youth, but we still have to pay special attention to those outside the ambit of these digital opportunities. Article 326 of the Constitution had been fixed when it was originally drafted, fixed the date, age of voting right at 21. But there were persistent demands after that the voting age should be lowered. And finally, through the Constitution Amendment, 61st Amendment Act, the minimum age of the voters has been brought to 18 years. In the 10th general elections to Lok Sabha in November 1989, an estimated 35.7 million new voters between the age of 18 to 21 participated and exercised their electoral right. And ahead of the 16th general election in 2014, there was 23.16 million voters in the age group of 18 to 21 years. In fact, they constituted 2.8% of the total national electorate. The systematic voters' education and electoral participation SVEEP, was born out of the IEC initiatives taken by the Election Commission of India after the Lok Sabha elections in 2009. I am happy to note that today the voter education program of the Commission is spread out across the polling stations with an attempt to reach each and every citizen of the country, keeping in mind that those who are not yet eligible to be electors are the prospective electors. The abuse of money and muscle power to influence voters remains a cause of concern. The spirit of democracy will be subverted if these malpractices are not checked.